Hey guys, today I will be making a video regarding my top 10 favorite movies from Studio Ghibli. I have seen like 15 movies from that company, but I will just narrow my list down to 10. I hope you enjoy it. If you haven't seen Studio Ghibli films, maybe this list will help you choose what to watch next. They make amazing movies. I am a huge fan of Studio Ghibli, and without further ado, here's the list. Number 10 on my list is The Cat Returns, and it's about a girl that rescues a cat, and without knowing it, she actually gets engaged to a prince of the cat realm. It's a really funny movie. It's very interesting, and I think it's very like more for children than the other ones I will mention. It's an adventure movie, and I really like it. That's number 10. Number 9 on my list is another movie for children. It's Kiki's Delivery Service. It's about a witch that gets to the proper age in which she has to move from her small town and find another one and find what she's good at as a witch. It's a very deep message, even though it's a very innocent kids movie, because you do feel as an adult when you have to find your path in life that you don't know what you're good at and you don't know what you want to do, and you just see her journey as a witch and the people she meets and what she decides to do with her powers. And it's a really cool movie. It's very, very, very interesting. Number 8 on my list, and I don't know if many people would agree that this movie should go higher on the list, is Castle in the Sky. It's an interesting fantasy movie that has a very strong message of taking care of the environment and respecting nature. It's about a girl that falls from the sky, and she has a stone in her necklace that has powers, and many people try to fight and kill each other for that stone, but I will just let you watch the movie. It's a cool movie. I really like it. And yeah, that movie, like many other from Studio Ghibli, has the message of environmental respect and preservation. And yeah, that's my number 8. Number 7 is Porco Rosso, and I actually got to see this movie because my brother has the DVD, and he actually was kind enough to let me borrow it and watch it. Porco Rosso is a movie about a pilot, a very, very skilled pilot that has a curse in which he looks like a pig. It's very interesting, and the story runs slow, and there is not much plot into the film, but it's actually cool to watch because of the sceneries and the people he meets throughout his journey. Yeah, at the end of the film, you're just like wondering if he turned back into a human or not. It's a cool movie to watch. It's very funny as well. So that's my number 7. Number 6 is The Secret World of Arriety. It's about tiny people and how they live hiding inside a house. They're actually portrayed in the movie as fantasy. Like many people don't believe in tiny people and others do, and they have to hide and survive in the tough environment. They live under the floor, and it's a movie that's very interesting and beautiful, and it actually made me cry at the end. I don't know why. It's very sentimental as well. So I really recommend you watch that if you haven't seen it. The Secret World of Arriety. It's my number 6. Number 5 is Ocean Waves. And this movie runs very slow. It's a very calm paced movie. But when you get the hang of it, you actually see it's a movie about the past and a man's first love in high school, and it's it's very nostalgic. It's a movie that makes you feel very nostalgic when you watch it, and it doesn't have a very strong plot. You just see throughout the movie the emotions of the main character and how he evolves through feeling love for another girl, and it's very interesting. It's a movie that I haven't seen, like that type of movie I haven't seen from American type of movies. Maybe I might be wrong, but I highly recommend it if you're up to being sentimental and just movies that will calm you down, because that movie really makes me feel very calm and nostalgic for some reason. I really like it. Number 4 is Only Yesterday, and that's another nostalgic movie, but it's actually about a woman that remembers her childhood years. And that movie will make the viewer, will make you, as it did for me, think about how we still carry our childhood years within our adulthood, how we don't change that much from how we used to be as children. And she remembers many things, like the first time she ate a pineapple. It's about a girl that visits the family in the countryside and stays there for vacation. And throughout being there, she remembers many things from her past. And it's very nostalgic, very interesting, and it's very sentimental as well. I really recommend it. Again, if you want to watch a movie that is very calm paced and is very beautiful and slow in plot, I really like that movie, even though many people might disagree because it is so slow. It doesn't have a ton of action. It doesn't have any action at all. It's just a very calm movie, and yeah, I really recommend it. That's my number 4, Only Yesterday. Number 3, it was a collaboration between Disney and Studio Ghibli. It's Howl's Moving Castle. The movie is incredible. It's actually fantasy. Yeah, they're almost all fantasy. What am I talking about? It's about a young woman that's cursed, and she looks for Howl's Moving Castle. Howl is a wizard, you might say, and he has a castle that moves around. It's a very cool movie. It's just difficult to understand at the end, but it's just very entertaining. You won't be bored at all. My favorite character is Calcifer, the small flame. He's just adorable. The movie has romance, it has adventure, it touches like the theme of dimensions, which is I didn't really understand that, but it's a great movie. I really recommend it. That's my number 3, House Moving Castle. Number 2 in my list is Grave of the Fireflies. It's a movie that is very anti-war in its message, and first time I saw it, I bawled my eyes out crying from the middle of the movie until it ended. And I have seen it a lot of times after watching it for the first time, and I cry since it begins until it ends. It's a very touching movie, and it's very hard to watch. It presents very crude, in a crude way, uh, the outcomes of war and what it does to families. And it's just a story about a young boy and his relationship with his baby sister, and how he tries to take care of her through the damages of war, and how he almost fails to do so. It's I'm not gonna say what happens in the movie, but it's just a very horrible movie. It's very sad to watch, but its message is so strong that I just, you know, I can't not mention it. Even Roger Ebert, which is a movie reviewer, talked about it and he loved it. And he's a very tough type of reviewer. The movie is very sad and strong and difficult to watch, but it's very real. I was actually surprised how a cartoon movie can look so crude and real. Yeah, that's my number two. And my number one favorite is Spirited Away. That movie is incredible. You won't rest your eyes for a minute since it begins. It was actually the first Studio Ghibli film I watched, and I was expecting a movie for children actually. When I started watching it, I thought it was a movie for kids, but no. When you continue watching it, you see the deep messages it has and how a girl strives to survive in a world full of spirits. It's a very magical film. You won't rest your eyes because it has so much beautiful imagery throughout the whole movie. It has incredible music. It has incredible characters and creatures. It's just an amazing movie. And if you look in the internet for symbolism, you will find that supposedly many people say it's about child prostitution. I don't know about that, but it's interesting to see that perspective of the movie and how interesting it is. So that about sums up my list, but I'm going to mention the three honorable mentions I have aside, which is My Neighbor Totoro, Princess Mononoke, and Pompoko. I have watched these three films. They are in my honorable mentions because they did not strike a strong chord in me like the other ones did. They are incredible movies nonetheless. I recommend you watch all the Studio Ghibli films because they won't disappoint you. They have amazing quality. Like, they're all great. I love them. So yeah, that about sums up this video. I hope this was helpful if you're thinking about watching a Studio Ghibli film. And thank you for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. I hope you have a very great day. Bye.